Wow, I haven't made a lot of progress. Welcome back to Mario Wonder. Or Mario Wonder, however you'd like to say it. Vinny, will you address the brain allegations? My brain is not so great. I'm gonna be honest with you. So yeah. I've only had a chance to play this that one time, and I've been thinking about it for a couple days now. So, finally, I get to play as my favorite Mario character, Blode.
Oh, yeah!
More and more people are finishing this, and they're saying that this is like their favorite Mario game and stuff. It's pretty big thing to say. But I've seen people who finished this the first day, probably didn't 100% it, but the fuck did Mario just do that? Poplin shop. We sell everything. Wait, is that a badge? Bluebird Roost. A badge that you already bought. Oh, that's what this is. Oh, wait a minute. Another underworld or underground theme remix. I do love these new enemies. Like, just the fact that there are new enemies is what I'm trying to say. I'm really pleased. Cheesed. I'm just cheesed that there's so many new enemies. I forgot that this bubble was in the game. Wait, was that a baby noise? Is that a Yoshi making baby noises?
This place is dangerous. I'll just wait here. Not like I've got much choice.
It's still weird to hear, like, words in a Mario game. I don't know how else to say it. Just, like, words in a Mario game. But, yeah. Oh, man. It's okay, I can't get those blocks. This fucking Toad jump noise. Is that a guitar? No, I'm at the point now where I feel like people that turn off the talking flowers are weak. That's right, Chad. I called you out directly. You're weak for not listening to a talking flower. You ain't never seen Talking Shop of Horrors? A Little Shop of Horrors?
Whoa! Well, that was something.
Not a fan of Blode's jump noise. You get used to it, but yeah. It's a little distracting. I think it's just too high-pitched. Please stop! I feel like these flowers are pretty invincible anyway. The weirdo talking flowers, I think... like, do they experience pain? Do they experience sadness? Do they know what the inside of a foot smells like? Damn it. Fucking shell! Man. There you go. It is nice to get some new powers, even if the elephant is very strange. I like it a lot. And even the bubble is pretty cool. There was some discussion about the bubble being stolen from a Mario fan game because the functionality is so similar. And I guess it's possible. But we also have reached a point where there are so... I say fan game, it's just a ROM hack. We have reached a point where there are so many ROM hacks for Mario and so many custom powers. Is it possible that someone from Nintendo of Japan was like playing ROM hacks and was like, let's take the bubble power? That's great. I think it's possible, sure, but there's, you know... To me, there's also this idea of, like, parallel thinking. And, is it possible that someone just thought up a bubble in a fever dream at some point? I don't know. I think the functionality of the bubble is extremely similar. But, to play devil's advocate, I kind of feel like the bubble powers being what they are is a little common sense. Like, okay, so you shoot a bubble, it encloses an enemy, and it turns him into a coin. Sure, that makes sense to me. Category is still World of Horror? Is it? Well, listen, I think it's a cool power. No, it's not. Is it? No, it says Super Mario Wonder on my end. Strange. Kirby had this idea over a decade ago. Well, that brings me to my other point I was going to make about Mario games having more than a couple powers. My favorite is still probably Mario 3. I usually have a hard time choosing between World or 3, because they both mean so much to me, and I've played so much of them in my life. And I think World is probably the best in terms of level design. And secrets, and just the... There's a lot. Like, Yoshi's great. There's so much in World that's so great. Controls. But 3 has my favorite power-ups in the entire series. And, my point I was gonna make was, is it okay for Mario games to have, like, as many power-ups as a Kirby game? Or is that overkill for Mario? Because Kirby games do have a lot of power-ups, but a lot of them are just, like, kind of for fun. And for, like, a couple of optional things. And I feel like the power-ups in Mario games are more focused, like level-wise. Like, oh, this is a bubble level now. This is an elephant level now. It worked in Odyssey. They were specific to the levels and were built around it. Yeah, that's a good point. But, like, for a 2D Mario game... I wonder if it would hurt to have, that Mario 3 level of variety again. Because, like, the hammer power-up was kind of pointless. You only get it a couple times. It's cool. I say pointless. It's my favorite power-up. But, you only get it a couple times. If you lose it, you're basically, like, I think you get it, like, 3 or 4 times in the whole game if you go through the whole thing, maybe 3. And if you lose it, it's like, alright, goodbye. Got this view all to myself. Good for you, Bowser Jr. The Kuribo shoes you get in one level. Fluff Puff Peaks. It's gonna be a rough trip for me. I get cold pretty easily. Don't forget you can orient your surroundings by pressing L. Are we done with the water area now, for now? This is cool. Okay, we'll just continue along this way. I raised the volume like 5%. Water area is kind of like the central hub. Got it. Bing Wahoo! There's a chat member here. They named themselves Bing Wahoo. It's so cold here. Summit is pure bliss, especially if you yodel up here. There's no better echo. Scamp in a silly mask is up on the summit right now. It's not safe for anyone.
Pretty please.
Listen, you got talking flowers that can speak English, French, Italian, Japanese, etc., etc., etc. Why not have the toads just go, "Hey, Mario!"
Okie dokie.
I think it's Luigi time.
It's peach time.
No, it's not Peach time. It's Luigi time. I'll try this badge one more time. Great level for Christmas. Winter mood. This reminds me of that Diddy Kong racing level that I like so much. I'm just really happy the Fire Flower is back, like always.
What's with all the ice blocks?
That would be a very, very silly thing to have a game about the Flower Kingdom and not have a Fire Flower. Oh, that's a chat member. The exclamation blocks are Babby mode. They are indeed. Not full Babby, but Babby enough. What the fuck is happening? What's wrong with this Yoshi? Living up to his name, I guess. Yeah, it's just chat members having a laugh. So, yeah, I kind of feel like I wouldn't mind a Mario game with just powers that are there for fun. Like the Kuribo shoe in Mario 3 was kind of like one level. It was one level. It was just one level. The Tanuki suit, not the raccoon suit or the raccoon leaf. That's a whole different ball game. But the Tanuki was a little bit superfluous too. Like, oh, oops. You could turn into a statue and kill enemies with it. No, I know, it's... it's a really cool power, but it's not necessary for any levels, like, to beat the game or anything. It's just for fun. It's a better Raccoon Mario. So, I guess for me, my ideal Mario game would be one with, like, 8 different powers that are just for fun. Like, 3 or 4 focuses, and then a couple other ones that are just rare. Like, again, that's why I love Mario 3. So what I'm saying is my ideal Mario game is Mario 3.
Way to go!
But anyway, I was also gonna say, so we got the Mushroom Kingdom, there's the Flower Kingdom. Is the Star Kingdom going to be the next Mario game? I mean, we already did Mario Galaxy, but I think that could still be cool. Maybe some kind of, like, space program they have, or something? That's just Galaxy? Yeah, but like a 2D version of Galaxy. I always forget. Some, you know. I missed the goddamn thing.
Thank you.
He was trying to show you a place. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the level then.
Yippee! Yahoo!
Otherwise, a pretty stock standard level, but when you, I guess when you have a psychedelic flower that you eat, that changes things up a little bit.
What's with all the ice blocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, kill. Yeah, kill. Ooh! Okay, so this is where we were earlier. This is the halfway point, and where's the fucking psychedelic flower? Sure. How are so many chat members getting in? Oh! I thought I had to step on the block and jump up. I kinda like how the items are just little balloons that appear over your head now. Oh shit, there was an alternate exit too. This is actually kind of cool. That was the flagpole from earlier. Yeah, you don't get bored. I mean, that's for sure. Someone said this level alone would have blown my mind as a kid playing New Super Mario Brothers. Oh man, you were a kid when New Super Mario Brothers came out? Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
If you would have told me when we was kids that Mario Wonder would, if you shown us a clip of Mario Wonder as in the 1989, mind would have been blown, dream, the child would have become the man.
Let's go.
So my history with Mario is as follows. One of the reasons this series is so important to me is because Mario 1 was my first video game. And I played it probably in 1980. I watched my cousin play it. I tried to play it, and I failed. But I completed that fucking annoying fish level with the jumping fish. Probably for the first time when that kid peed on my couch. So I was probably 1990. Was that 89? So, I mean, you've heard the story a million times, but for anyone who doesn't watch every day, or for people who are new to the stream,
Yahoo!
it's just kind of crazy to think that I'm gonna be 80 playing new Mario games, probably. I will have lived my whole life with Mario. I watched the show. It might have been my first favorite thing. And then, of course, Mario 2. I loved Mario 2. I didn't understand that it wasn't a legit Mario game. I didn't know it was Donkey Picnic. I just thought, wow, this is weird. But loved that one too. Replayed it constantly. And then 3 was the one that, like, really kind of blew my mind. But, I mean, these are all great games. They still hold up. Even Mario 1. From Mario 1 to Mario Wonder. The Oneaters. But, yeah, Mario 1's still pretty good. I played Lost Levels a lot, too. On the, Super Nintendo All-Stars collection. I completed it. I got to the point where I was playing Mario, like, every day, so I got pretty good at it, and I did complete it. As a youngin'. Did you just reference that thing you do? No, I don't know what thing do I do? I am Spartacus, though. Oh, it's this one? What are you doing? Are you trying to point me in the right direction, or are you japing? Wait, why are there things there? There's no things there on my game. Oh, I forgot you could push pipes in this game. Son, I've gone 38 years of my life without Mario pushing a pipe.
All right.
Mario never pushes rope. He lays pipe. He doesn't push pipe. What am I saying? Why am I saying this? Star power. Wowie zowie! The thing about Mario World that this reminds me of a little bit, though, is that that game felt like infinite. Because there were just so many secrets, it took me, like, almost years, I think, to discover all the secrets. Obviously, this doesn't have probably the same level of... I mean, there's alternate exits, so it's kind of cool. But it does, you know, reminds me of those days a little bit more. So that's a nice thing. I wonder what the next 3D Mario is going to be like. You think it's going to be more like Odyssey, or is it going to be something like a 3D world? Or land, or, It's funny how even within the 3D Mario games, you can still kind of fragment them even further.
Ever wonder where snow comes from?
Can't say I've thought about that, no.
Oh, this isn't good.
Someone needs to, like, find those frames, the in-between frames of Luigi de-elephanting, and draw fetish art for it. I didn't want to say that sentence. I didn't want to say that sentence. I had the choice not to. Oh, like me not saying it is going to prevent that from happening anyway, sure.
We're saved.
I saw a post. Someone was like, I played Overwatch for the first time, and they all had clothes on, and they were shooting each other. What the fuck? Anyway, Mario 3D World is a great game. I'm glad it got a re-release on the Switch because it shined on the Switch, truly. I think it really was a deal better with a little bit of extra speed and some fixes, and then that Bowser's Fury thing was great. So yeah, I would like to see a Mario 3D Fury, Bowser Fury kind of game as a launch for the Switch 2. But, you know, Odyssey worked really great for me. I was a pretty big fan of Odyssey.
Here we go.
Can't resist the call of the wall, no matter how high.
Thank you, Talking Flower. I wonder if this particular theme is a Kondo composition. getting over it Mario edition. I already did the Mario 64 version of that. Did you see, Shotgun Mario 64? I think Joel played it.
Focus. Take a
I got an email about it, and then I saw that Joel went live with it. He's going to. Oh, okay. I didn't. All right. I saw the tweet. Sorry, the post. The post. But it actually looks pretty good. Like I feel like from what I've seen of the trailer, it's just Mario with a shotgun, but you can like blast open doors, and you can kill enemies very easily. Whoa. It's like a speedrunner's best friend is a shotgun. I see you over there, Jumpy.
always believed in you.
So apparently, getting to the top of the flagpole, I found out, contributes to a 100% completion rate. Someone said, I hate that you got this level faster than me. I understand now. People like when I'm bad at video games.
Yippee!
I get it now. They want to point and laugh at the guy and oh, that's why, Blah! Dream of the childhood. It's cute that they have different voices. I haven't played as Toadette yet. Much better.
Nah, it's gotta be you.
Oh. Ah!
Help yourself. Don't spend it all in one place.
One day, I would love to see a Mario game with Wario and Waluigi playable, and with their own moves. Like, Wario should have his shoulder thrust. Pretty sure I'm gonna need the bubble to get up there, and even then I think I beansed it a little bit.
Quick or careful? What'll it be? Nice.
So, you know, there's a number of fan games out there, which you may be aware of, some of you. There are some, like Mushroom Kingdom Fusion, which has different characters. One day I'm gonna play that. Don't tell Nintendo. And, there's also Super Mario Bros. X2, which, obviously, I have a bit of a history with. Really enjoyed that. Does Nintendo even take down fan games that much? Not too much compared to how much Plump Daddy From what I understand, not as much as we think they do, but they still do take down some stuff, yeah. And I remember Super Mario Bros. X was in particular a problem. And I know why. It's because Mario Maker was coming out. I think Nintendo is kind of selective, and I think they do the bare minimum sometimes just to show they're doing something, which I could be wrong entirely, but I remember I got some shit for the Super Mario Bros. X thing and also some ROM hacks, but mainly during the times that Mario Maker 2 was on the horizon, or Mario Maker 1, both.
Notice anything unusual? Anything nearby?
Oh my god, what? That is wild. The flower coins run away from you. Mario Wonder's a good name for this game. Vinny, copyright law states you need to defend your IP, otherwise you can lose it. I've heard that argument, and I've heard counter arguments, and I don't know anything anymore. I don't really know. I'm not that smart, but I especially don't know anything about law. I just know it sucks when you're trying to play the Bing Bing Wahoo fan games, and that are honestly no threat to shit like this, because this is on a different level, and people of course are gonna buy this.
Later.
But I guess I guess there's something like that going on. Sega hasn't lost Sonic, have they? I don't think Sonic or Sega hasn't taken down stuff. I'm pretty sure they've taken down some fan games. They should take down the ones where Sonic and Tails kiss each other, though. Far less than Nintendo. Wait, did they, someone said they take down a lot of other fan games. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Well, regardless, Sega is, you know, they've been better in regards to, like, community creations, for sure. And even hired people. And I say this as someone who's not a particularly giant fan of Sonic, as you know. But I think that's neat. The fan they hired already worked for them for like 5 years. Sega has taken down Roblox games. Anyway, it's time to gamble, everybody. Sega made their own official Roblox game. What is Roadblocks? Is it like pole block passage? No, I know all about roadblocks. Man, you should see traffic in New York. Oh, right. No respect. I wanna... Yeah, that would be... If I was a stand-up comedian... I've said this before, but how great would it be to be a stand-up comedian? Not only take Rodney Dangerfield's bit, but do it in the worst way possible. And just say no respect for completely unrelated shit. Oh boy, you should have seen the traffic in New York this past weekend, right? No respect. No respect. The deal with airline food, huh? Airline food? Right? No respect. There's a fucking type of stand-up comedian that's basically just... like, airplane stories. That's a genre of stand-up comic. They have, like, a ton of airplane stories, because if you're a working, traveling, touring stand-up comedian, you're on a plane a lot. So it's the easiest place to get new material. So, yeah, I want to be... oh, man, that would be great. I want to be a hack stand-up comedian. I'm already a hack streamer. But I think there's so much potential in that world for me. I can tell, like, exclusively airplane stories, say no respect, and then do the worst crowd work.
What the climb, huh?
Wow, what? Well, if it's anything like streaming, I could just bring up a thing that everyone knows about, and hopefully people will laugh. Bitte. This, please, in German. I could do with my entire act like that, with that voice. This airplane food no good, no taste. Oh wait, I have COVID. No respect. Oh shit. COVID. Anyone here listen to COVID in Cambria? Great band, too long musics. No respect. Played Frisbee with them in a parking lot once. Jeff, I do believe you. I don't understand how that happened, but good for you. I said your name, so now that's gonna turn into, who is this a Jeff? No respect. For those that weren't here yesterday, there was just a funny post where it was like a video from years ago was posted, and it was like, who is Jeff? But then in the video, about 30 seconds later, I said there that it was my mod Vigibum. But it's just the most unnecessary posts. It was amusing, at least. Listen, this one's not as good as walking on walls. I hope there's one where you take the flower and then you start speaking in tongues. I want some Glossolalia in my Mario game. Oh wait, that's just Banjo-Kazooie and Animal Crossing. And the Talking Heads. There we go. There we go.
Hi again.
Do you think it's a coincidence that the word Glossolalia is hard to pronounce in regards to a language that is otherworldly and usually just some form of incoherent babbling? That's not a word. That's a word. Though, if you were religious... If you were religious, that shit would not, in fact, be incoherent babbling. That would be the word of some lord. Let me see if Google knows. Glossolalia. The phenomenon of apparently speaking in an unknown language, especially in religious worship. One of my favorite stories is the person that had the stroke and was able to speak French fluently. It's like they stroked into a previous life. Oh, it was just a French accent. Oh, okay, I got that story wrong. Here I was thinking that they had a stroke and suddenly they knew all of the French language fluently. I'm sure there's a case or two of that happening. Maybe not just French. Maybe like Klingon or Wookiee. Oh, that's just Jim. He stroked. It's fine. He's Wookiee now. That's the Bigfoot fella that was just videotaped recently. Fun ass. Surprised Nintendo allows that. What to do, what to do. Ah, this poor butt plug. What's wrong? It's the path that leads up... It's the path that leads up here back to normal. What a relief. You see, it got blocked just as I made it up here. Been stuck ever since. It would be nice if we could all go up there again. That's nice. Maybe I should give up on reaching the top. No, I got this. I got this. I'll help you out.
Let's go! Here we go!
What you gonna pick?
Oh yeah, that's the battle music from... the old Mario arcade. But yeah, they did videotape a Bigfoot recently. There was some like Bigfoot train or something? See, this is another one of those things where I'm getting it wrong, just like I thought the dude spoke fluent French. Oh look, Cloud from Mario 3's back in the game. Or World. Someone said this MF picks the worst way to phrase things. No, there was like a Bigfoot train, and they like crossed an area or something, and they filmed in the Bigfoot area. They found a Bigfoot, and it was definitely not a guy in a costume. Chat, I'm not gonna have the story make sense. I only knew what the fuck you're talking about because of Charlie's video on it. Oh, he did a video on it? The wet guy? Yeah, I think the wet guy probably did a video on that.
Here we go!
I should do videos on like paranormal activity once in a while, you know? Here's the latest UFO video, everybody. It is a white dot in the sky.
What? Where'd you come from?
You know that person put that big peach there, the inflatable peach? Like, they cycled through their cardboard until they got the inflatable peach. That's their favorite one. I missed a coin. I have to go back and do that again. That level took me an hour. How? What did I say before about Mario being my first game? Spring Feet 1. Oh, this is just a badge that you can just have on and just become a spring. Crouches Toad with elephant while using this ability? Why do you want me to do that? Vinny, if you could transfer your Mario skills to any other game, what would it be? Mario. Special World. Yo, it's Vin. Vinny, I think you misunderstood the question. I think you misunderstood my answer. Fluff Puff Peak Special Climb to Beat.
It's a me. Here we go.
Probably don't want this badge on for this one. Oh boy. That's them Mario skills I was telling you about. And that's... now my answer makes more sense. Doesn't it? It's the badge. It's the badge that's fucking with me. Ski issue. No respect. I thought I was against that wall, I wasn't. It's fine. Okay. And then the flowers tell you that you're good at life. Thank you, flowers. You're very unlike my chat.
Thank you.
Chat is one organism. Now, the chat's actually pretty complimentary and pretty nice. But I do have a number of very serious gamers that sometimes don't like when I'm good at the video games. Let me rephrase that. They don't accept it. Oh, that got nerfed. Yeah, that particular boss got nerfed. Yeah, I don't think it really counted. You should probably uninstall back to 1.0 and then try the boss again. That's how I sound. You know, when we started Nirvana... no, when we started Nirvana... There's actually a pretty good interview on Conan, on his podcast. Of Dave Grohl, Chris Novoselic, and Steve Albini, who produced and recorded In Utero. And they, you know, just talk about the album. And they talk about prank calls they made to Gene Simmons and Eddie Vedder. It's pretty good.
Oh, yeah!
Jump higher than usual and momentarily float. Oh, Luigi mode.
That's a lot of piranha plants.
Ouch!
The enemies are obviously local. Meaning, if a piranha plant is chomping at my bit, it's probably not chomping at Daisy's bit as well at the same time.
Almost there.
Does anyone have a flower emote yet? Mike does? Is on this exact flower, though? The one from this game? It's on FFZ.
Laura?
Oh, there's a couple. I see some stuff there. I don't know if it's the exact flower, but... Up and down with puffy lifts.
Here we go.
Yeah, I don't like the puffy lifts. Just sounds weird to me. Doesn't it sound weird to you? Koopa, you're applying too much weight to the puff.
Going up or going down?
Fucking ghost toad noises are cursed. God damn it. Man, what a hard day it is when you lose your Wowie Zowie. Oh, there we go. Now we can squirt. I'm not gonna say it. Ah. Alright, well now Mario has an engorged trunk. So we can use that to spray enemies. I didn't even see that Koopa. There we go, there we go. That's where the Wonder Flower was hiding. If that's what it is even called. Why am I this now? Why am I this now?
Shape.
So I guess Mario does have additional transformations in this game.
Oh no!
Oh. Ah, we're not going back down there. It's fine. Send a ball towards the wall. I think we're good now.
Nice job. You did great back there. This is kind of fun. That was something.
I honestly don't mind the multiplayer that much. I think it weirdly adds a little sense of communality to the game. Even if, you know, it makes it a little easier. But, I mean, I could choose to just die. Oh, the fucking bastard disgust. Yeah, I could just choose death.
Oh no!
Yoshi, help me. Yoshi, you need to help me. Oh, wow! Wow.
Thank you.
You didn't earn it uninstall. But I have a physical copy of the game. Do you want me to uninstall... Wait, how do you uninstall an actual cartridge? Just leave, delete, eat the game? You're gonna do some repugnant shit, aren't you? All right. Oh, this is straight up Mario 3. Firework enemies. Oh, that's kind of neat. Oh, this is cool. The fucking airship levels were some of my favorites. So this is good. They're back and they're side-scrolling. I'm sure they were back before this game in some new Super Mario Brothers game as well, I just don't remember them. But I did make them in Mario Maker. You liked auto-scrollers? Not really. It's less about the auto-scrolling, it's more about I just thought airships were cool. I like their themes, like the theming of the visuals and everything. I like they had like screws that you could jump on. And they also made me, they were difficult, so there was like some level of like, oh shit, my heart rate would go up as a child. Probably like shaved 3 or 4 years off my life playing those airship levels. Oh no, Bowser, don't target me. Oh, you little bitch baby. Oh my god! Speaking of Mario Maker and seeing those bullet bills like jump like that reminded me of the insane like logic gates that people were making in Mario Maker 2. I mean 1 also, but especially like the Sieve Gaming channel, just the crazy shit people were able to come up with to like program things in Mario Maker 2. Sieve mentioned. I've mentioned Sieve Gaming on the stream plenty. Missed pipe. What the fuck are you doing? What is Luigi doing? Oh, throwing fireballs. Cool level, easy as fuck, boss. Have you thought about replaying Skies of Arcadia? No, not really anytime soon. I mean, it is one of my favorites, so you could probably count on seeing it in the future, but not anytime soon. Skies of Arcadia is one of my dream remake games. I don't know if you can tell, I just like airships. A port would be fine too, yeah. I'd be good with a port. But yeah, I've always felt like a game like Skies of Arcadia would make a good, would be a good remake. Just because there's so much. I mean, you need to really like go full on. But there's so much you could do with it. A sequel would be great too, but you know, you could do like a thing where Vice is older. Maybe it's like Vice's son that is the new character, and have it still be similar enough to the tone of Skies of Arcadia and just set it in the future. I don't know. The seeds are all single purchases. I haven't been buying any of those. But, yeah, I just love, like, sky exploration. And, that game had a lot of interesting things to do. Like, you could, get all the discoveries. Like, there's all these, like, cool things to just find. Like, strange creatures.
Here we go.
In the sky. And also, those fucking, like, those heads, those stone heads.
Pretty please.
This isn't a store. I know there was another store here somewhere. I was gonna buy that seed, but it's fine. There's also a sky train. It's just some random-ass train flying around in the sky in the upper atmosphere for some reason. No real explanation. Just there. Even when you discover it, the game's like, we don't know what this shit is.
Oh, yeah.
Vinny, you keep passing the shop. Alright, we'll try again in a bit.
Whoa, careful.
Jump limit. Oh, they're spitting watermelon seeds like Yoshi's Island. At some point, I'm gonna have to check out a Yoshi. How does you do this? Oh, that's how. Oh, my bungle is forever. Vinny, you can get up there. How? What if I bring a Cooper with me? No? Very careful wall kicks. I'm getting up there. I'm getting up there. Thanks. You're trying to help me. I appreciate you. How is... I didn't even know you could do shit like that in this game. Bring bubble form. Okay, I don't think I can do this. You can actually climb walls with the parachute cap? What are you talking about? You can climb walls with the parachute cap. You gain height? I'm still doing this. Wall jump, spin, parachute. I am committed to this now. I have to do this. I have to do this. This is like... Yoshi's like, really? Is this guy still here? I'm sorry, Yoshi. I'm still here. Alright, well you can do it because you're Yoshi. You're also a cheap-ass baby man. Alright, don't rub it in, Yoshi. Come on. Yes, this is not happening, is it? Any wrong spin? What do you mean wrong spin? That is the cheesiest fucking shit you can possibly do. And it feels real good. This level's so bright. Is there a dark mode version of this level? This is cool. So many moments that just make me say, this is cool.
Wonderful! Try again.
Flower has nothing useful to contribute. It's fine, Flower. I forgive you. I'm a streamer. I missed the first 10 flower coin anyway. I was so concerned about getting that shit and I didn't even realize, like, oh, I've already failed. I like that the watermelon seeds function how they function in Yoshi's Island. Someone said this game has forced soul. Everybody, new empty insult just dropped. I like it. I actually, man, chat member, if that's bait, that's really good. If it's not, I also have to wonder if your brain is okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. How do you think that flower feels being stuck in an endless loop of just going around this one spot in the sky forever and ever and ever? Most flowers stay in one spot forever until they're picked and given as romantic gifts. And then, you know, die. Okay, Mario Maker 3 is gonna have a whole lot more options now. If such a game ever ends up happening. I still kind of want Mario 2 stuff in Mario Maker. And I'm not just talking about, like, just the character. I want, like, a whole Mario 2 game mode. But I'm also a little bit weird. I kind of love Mario 2. Is that a Lack Trio? What's the thing? Yeah, you could say that.
I believe in you.
Throw another one! Throw another one! Throw another one!
Wonderful!
Also, I just on a side note, a really interesting thought occurred to me. The Beatles album Rubber Soul. So that shit was done in the 60s. Just saying.
Bye-bye.
You said the same thing? Chat member, I'm sorry I didn't see your chat message. I'll give you 5 cents of the royalties from that.
Here we go.
Was that the whole thought? Yeah, that was pretty much it. I do kind of feel like Mario Maker 2 covered pretty much all the bases in regards to making levels for Mario World and all the other stuff.
This place is intense.
They could probably get a little bit deeper, but I think a Wonder version of, like a limited Wonder version, could be a neat, like, palette with the new mechanics and stuff. Shit. So yes, Mario 2, Mario Wonder. Fucking Yoshi's Island would be great for a Mario Maker. I don't know if it would... I don't know how it would work, but... At that point, you're just getting, like... I think you're just getting wacky. But if they expect me to buy another Mario Maker, they have to get wacky, I think. And don't worry, chat. With all of these amazing tools I'm suggesting, still the most popular levels are going to be the ones where you play a song by running through the level quickly. And then you have a baby noise at the end of it. There we go. Man. Wait, what does an elephant version of this look? Oh, wait, no, I can't do that. God, long Mario is kind of a hindrance. Remember Diagonal Mario? Oh. They totally stole this from my Diagonal Mario playthrough. It's a good thing they only show this in the shadow, because otherwise it wouldn't be appropriate for Twitch. If you saw how veiny Long Mario's body was, and somewhat actually even a little hairy, you probably, you wouldn't want to see it. So yeah, no, this is for the best. Okay. Is there an elephant form of Longario? No, someone just said hope not. Joink Sploinkio. My favorite Mario brother. Man. Me and Yelode going in there. Hey, it's you. You climbed all the way up to the summit just to play with me, huh? If you want to play that bad, I guess we can. I'm gonna do some wild stuff with Wonder Power, so you should be extra scared. Wild stuff. You're gonna shake your booty? So much for bubble power. Half expecting Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare. Oh. Oh god, what is this? Piss? I guess it's supposed to be honey. But I don't know. Kind of looked like soiled diaper fluid for me. Oh, yeah! Someone said, I just hate how you describe things. I know. Well, that's 13 years of doing this for a living, so, you know. Well, of those 13, I would say maybe, what, 7 were the living part? I got real good at describing things in the most disgusting way possible. Anyway, feel free to use your free Amazon Prime sub on this channel if you want more disgusting descriptions. Don't actually spend money. I was joking. You could save your money. Well, apparently there's a lot of chat members that never even use their Prime sub. Good for you. I'll tell you what. I will buy something extra special for myself. It's a dildo. Correct. I already buried one of those in the woods, chat, so that's not happening again, I'm sorry to say. But thank you, chat, that's very kind of you. I was just joking. It was like the joke was that the stream is bad, say the bizarre things people sub. But, you know, feel free to save your money for any future charity events we may partake in. I don't actually need the sub money that bad. I'm doing just fine, thank you. It's Bezos money, who cares? Yeah, that's fine as long as it's not people actually spending their money, and I see that happening. But, you know, listen, it's hard. Milk costs $13.56 these days, chat. Don't give your money to people who already have money. That's the way I like to see it. Unless they're offering you some kind of service. And I don't think me saying yoinky sploinky 3 times a day is any kind of particular service. You know what I mean? Buy a hat instead, you know? Anyway, go ahead. Get rid of one of the cloud piranhas protecting Bowser. Good job, Mario. It just struck me for a second. This Mario looks like the one who's like, have you ever wanted free movies? Oh god, do I have that? Hang on a minute, hang on. I think I have that in a folder somewhere. Shining Falls. There's a seed at the top of the waterfalls. Head east towards Shining Falls. Okay. Will do, but I need just a second here. I need to find this free movie, Mario. Just give me a second here, chat.
Hello, it's me! Have you ever wanted movies free? Download movies free at moviefree. Have you ever want?
I was wrong, by the way. That's not even close to Bubble Mario. That's the new, that's right, that's the new voice of Mario. That's the new voice of Mario.
Oh, yeah!
It's more of a vibe and less the appearance.
Show me what you can do.
Mother of Christ. Mario, you need to stop. You're expending so much oxygen. No, no, please, no, no, please, no, 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 please, no, 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 please.
Take a minute here if you want.
God, imagine trying to do this level without the Dolphin badge. I'm sorry, was I supposed to save you, Yoshi? Oh man.
Thank you.
My finest moment. Seconds before the crush.
Laura?
Oh, yeah.
Vinny, are you starting to get a bit sleepy? Well, yeah, this is usually when that happens.
You're doing great, Go!
I'm assuming I couldn't go in that pipe. Shit.
Look at you! Keep going! Wow!
That's not fair. You get roller skates? It's not even Wednesday. Someone said, man, I wasn't sure about Super Mario Wonder, but honestly it does look more enticing the more I see you play it. There's a lot of variety in the game. And there's a lot of, like, attempts to keep things fresh, and the animations are good. It's a good game. I mean, I figured it was gonna be good. I didn't know if it was gonna be, like, that much better than the new Super Mario Brothers games, but at this point I'm pretty convinced it is. Is that bismuth? Someone said, I just wish it had something more for experienced players. Sorry, you gotta play more Mario Maker 2 and go to the Kaizo section for that. I love these little sea turtle Koopas. How did it take 30-something years for sea turtle Koopas to exist?
Save the ocean taste. I love you so much.
I like that little Koopa shell house in the background. Do you see that? It's one thing I really enjoyed about Mario All-Stars was going back through the old levels in the games I've played 1,000 times and just seeing some of the backgrounds. Like There's some pretty good ones.
Having fun?
I wonder if they had one person write for the flowers. Like, they're just one person. Like, we're hiring you here at Nintendo, it's your dream job. Can you write a bunch of, like, witty flower dialogue? I wonder if the first pass the flowers were just pure assholes. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Without the fuck.
I'm impressed. Wow, myself.
Thank you, Yoshi. That's very nice of you. Man, if I could throw you down that pit like in Mario World, I would. You want a John Madden-esque commentary? No, I think you're... that doesn't sound right. They definitely won me over. But, you know, if it was like way more than it was, then I would probably not want to keep those voices on for very long. I feel like it's just kind of the right amount. But I do think they need to hire like a shock comedian to do those, like Andrew Dice Clay. They need to get him out of retirement. Oh, hickory dickory dock. You know the rest. Mr. Beast flowers? Oh, can they have the beast teeth? Please. You don't know how much I need that. When I first heard the name Mr. Beast, I mean, we're all just used to it now. Well, many of us probably are. But when I first heard the name Mr. Beast, it was from someone that I get sandwiches from. He runs a deli, and he's younger, and we were talking about stuff, and he was like, mention Mr. Beast. I'm like, that's not real. I was like, who the fuck is Mr. Beast? That name is so silly. Well, I guess Vinesauce is a pretty silly name, too, when you think about it. Oh, man. This is... it's pretty fucking cool. I knew you were gonna say some shit like that. I just feel bad for these poor Koopas.
Sparkly!
Koopas don't deserve this much pain. I don't even know if these Koopas work for Bowser anymore. I mean, sure, in the cartoon show, they had, like, spears and helmets, and they were very mean. And I guess in Mario RPG, they also worked for King Koopa. For Bowser. But these Koopas are just existing.
Play again.
The Koopas scowl when you get close, so fuck them. Oh, right. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're...
Sure is nice.
yeah, they're mean. It took this long to find out that they're actually mean and not just wildlife. And Goombas actually bite you when you get close to them now. Very nice. This Yoshi has an elephant Mario fetish, I'm gonna be honest. He keeps giving me elephantitis. Did you know? Wait, was there someone named Watto? I like that there's, like, stuff like this now, too. It's not just grassland, desert, water. Sure, we had water. Mountain. Now it's time for Piss and Bismuth. Pissmuth. Alright, I'll do one more level. And then I'm gonna get going. Can I just skip the trials and take the royal seed, please? Sorry, rules are rules, even for our prince. Only those who overcome the trials can claim the royal seed. Oh, so these are trials, and not just enemies are here. Hate to say it, this would have been the perfect game to bring back the Mario 2 vegetable mechanic where you pull the vegetables out of the ground and throw them at enemies. This music reminded me of, Eminence Front for a second.
Here we go.
It's Grandpa Rock, don't worry about it. Pretty sure these enemies were in Metroid 2. Ah.
They're copying you.
See, the flowers are kind of snarky. They're not just like... I mean... They seem to be happy.
Boing, boing.
See, they say boing and stuff. Like, they seem pretty relatively content for just staying in one place for their entire lives. That said... they do throw a little barb at Mario once in a while.
Timing is key.
Fuck that right up. He said Bing! Mario just said Bing! Ugh.
Timing is key.
God damn it.
Timing is key.
Bing! I will say I kind of miss flying items. I know the team. I know Nintendo is not overly a fan of the flying items, like the raccoon tail, the raccoon leaf, and the cape. Because it can just, like, break levels. Vinny blind? What did I miss?
Like you're missing something.
Oh. The flower tried to give me a hint. You'll be fine, flower. Holy shit. Good gimmick, good gimmick. Damn it. Someone said the Watto you saw earlier was actually me. My username is Wattoad.
Hey, Annie, it's me, Watto. How you doing? The T95 hyperdrive, Annie. She was a fast machine. She kept the motor clean. She was the best damn woman that I ever seen. She was back me up when there's a mirror and eyes.
Good night. Mario, good. We'll do more whenever I can. Probably gonna be live tomorrow. Maybe. I'm gonna try. We could do some more Dead Space. I'm considering other potential horror games. We'll see. But yeah. Cyberpunk will return after Halloween. And, you know, you can stop by for any of the following streams. I mentioned this, I'm probably not going to be live Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I think I'm just going to get some streams in earlier in the week, and then just have the rest of the other half of the week to myself, to enjoy the nice weather, the remainder of the nice weather. So, expect more Dead Space soon. Good night, everyone. Hex in Hell sang a Toad cover of Vomit in the Ball Pit for Gamers Outreach a few days ago.
You said your business shit on it. So I said,
All right, good night, everyone. Listen, I have no ground to stand on, considering I just did Wattoad.
Hey, Star Fox. I just wanted to reach out and request a ceasefire for... Are you guys going trick-or-treating?
Suck my fucking ass, you goddamn stuttering fucking parrot! Fuck off!
Are you guys going trick-or-treating? Are you guys going trick-or-treating?
Are you going sucking?
Are you good?
Are you going sucking?